Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram,
Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jai Krishna Balaram.
Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai,
Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita chapter 5 verse number 17. Tad buddhayas tadatmanas tannishthas tatparayanaha gacchantya punaravrittim jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. The meaning of this verse is: when one's intelligence, mind, faith and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. So, Srila Prabhupada explains, if actually we can advance in the spiritual knowledge of Krishna consciousness, then tad buddhayaha, by that intelligence, tad atmanaha, being identified with Krishna, tannishtaha, having good faith, tat parayanaha, and just a surrendered soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, gacchanti apunaravrittim, then the result will be that after leaving this body, he is not coming back again. Punaravritti means repeated birth and death. Apunaravritti means birth and death is stopped altogether. Gacchanti apunaravrittim. Gacchanti means he goes to that place where from he hasn't got to return back to this material world. Why? Because jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. How has he attained that position where he doesn't have to return to this material world? The reactions of his sinful activities has been washed completely by advancement of spiritual knowledge. Nirdhuta means washed. Kalmasha means all the contamination, reactions of sinful activities. Jnana, because of the advancement of spiritual knowledge or Krishna consciousness. Then a person becomes eligible to enter into the kingdom of God, from where he need not come back again to this material world. So further Srila Prabhupada explains, the supreme transcendental truth is Lord Krishna. The whole Bhagavad Gita is centered around this understanding. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Even all the Vedic literature declare that very clearly. Now, the supreme truth or reality is understood by those who know what is the nature of the Supreme as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. But among these three features of the absolute truth or the ultimate reality, Bhagavan, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the last word in the absolute. Nothing more than that. Krishna also says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this, later chapter. Impersonal Brahman, which is one of the features of the absolute truth, is also supported by Krishna. Brahmano hi pratisthaham. Therefore, in all ways, Krishna is the supreme reality. Now, a person whose mind, intelligence, faith and refuge are always in Krishna, which means a person who is fully in Krishna consciousness. Such a person, his misgivings are completely cleansed, and such a person is situated in perfect knowledge in everything concerning the truth. A Krishna conscious person can understand that by the strength of transcendental knowledge, Krishna is everything. Krishna is everything. At the same time, Krishna has got his individuality. Krishna has got his individuality. So simultaneously, Krishna is everything and Krishna has got his separate personality, independent, separate personality. Both are eternally true. Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, 18th verse. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunichaiva Shvapakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. The meaning of this verse is, the humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, or an outcast. So Srila Prabhupada explains, when one is actually advanced in spiritual knowledge, he is in a transcendental position. In that transcendental position, he is called Pandita, or the real learned person. Now, such a learned person, how does he visualize this world? Krishna says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane. When one is in the transcendental position, he sees equally every living entity. How is that? Now, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane, a learned Brahmana, an intelligent person who is very advanced with material academic knowledge, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, and he is very gentle, very cultured. Such a person, intelligent person. Gavi means a cow. Hastini means an elephant. Shuni means a dog. Shvapake means the dog eater. One who eats dog flesh is called a Shvapaka. So such a variety of living beings, the Pandita Samadarshinaha, he is in the transcendental position. He does not discriminate because he understands that they are different living entities in different dresses only. But he sees the spiritual identity and he has got nothing to do with their activities. Because such a person is in the transcendental position, he is concerned with Krishna consciousness in all his activities. He becomes indifferent with the activities of this world. Now, one interesting thing is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is said there is that in this material world, which is full of illusion, we make separate divisions. This is good, this is bad. But Chaitanya Charitamrita says this conception of something being good and something being bad is actually mental concoction. In the higher stage, a person sees material bondage ultimately is no good. Everyone is in trouble. The so-called good people and the bad people. So a Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. Why? Because a Krishna conscious person understands the relationship of everyone with the Supreme. What is that relationship? The Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, he is present in everybody's heart. He is in the heart of the Brahmana. He is in the heart of a dog. He is in the heart of an elephant. He is in the heart of an outcast. He is in the heart of a cow. He is in every living being's heart. Now, this is proper understanding that the Supreme Lord is present in everyone's heart. Now, the bodies are concerned, there is a difference in the bodies. Not all bodies are same, no. But the Lord as Paramatma, he treats everyone equally, very kindly. He treats every living being as friend. Yet he maintains his transcendental position under all circumstances. So that is the position of the Lord, and the living being is conditioned by different bodies, but the spirit soul is actually completely spiritual. So that is understood by a person in proper knowledge. Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, verse number 19. Ihaivatayr jitas sargo yesham samye sthitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthitaha. The meaning of this verse is, those whose minds are established in sameness and equanimity have already conquered the conditions of birth and death. They are flawless like Brahman, and thus they are already situated in Brahman. So Srila Prabhupada explains, one who is situated in such a transcendental position of mind, then in this very body he has conquered rebirth. Ihaivatayr jitas sargo. The whole position is that we want to stop this repetition of birth in this material world. Highest knowledge is actually how to conquer death. At least in the former days of the Vedic civilization, people used to think that my main problem is how to conquer death. Any person situated in proper knowledge, his main business was how to conquer death. But at the present moment, people don't think like that. They think so long death does not come, let me enjoy life. Let me have sense gratification. Now that has become the standard of the present civilization. But real problem actually is how to conquer death. Death is there, and the problem of death is a real problem. Formerly people used to think, let me conquer death. But now they are simply in the name of advancement of knowledge or advancement of science. What have they done? They have only accelerated death. They have discovered this atom bomb. What does the atom bomb do? Mass destruction. So many people can be killed. But have they done something to stop death? Have they done something to save people from death? Nothing. That they are not able to do anything. Those set aside that problem. So actually this whole civilization is going on the basis of ignorance. Therefore Krishna says, one who has actually conquered this repetition of birth and death, or one who's conquered death. Now, what is the cause for repetition of birth and death? It is due to our strong desire for material enjoyment. As long as we don't give up this desire for material enjoyment, we have to keep taking repeated birth in some form, either in the human form or in the form of a demigod or in the form of a tiger or a cat or a dog. So many forms are there. And what are these forms? They are all different forms in different categories of sense gratification. But one who has developed the transcendental knowledge of Krishna consciousness, such a person does not take birth again because he conquers death in this life. What happens to such a person who is conquered, who has got this proper understanding? Yesham samye sthitam manaha. Samye means equilibrium. One who is not situated in Krishna consciousness, there are higher and lower calculation, simply some speculation they do. But one who has cultivated that Krishna consciousness, then he has nothing to do with different activities of this material world. His only business is, how can I become Krishna conscious? Such a person, we should understand, even in this present life, ihaiva, nirdosham hi samam brahma, tasmad brahmani te sthitaha. This sort of equilibrium of the mind means they are situated in the transcendental position of Krishna consciousness, and their life is a faultless life, nirdosham. When they are having a faultless life, beyond the spell of material nature, that is the stage of Brahman. And the Vedic literature gives us information. You are Brahman, you are not this matter. So, in the transcendental position, one is situated in such a state of life that he is already in Brahman perfection. I'll take some questions now. Holy names of Lord Sri Krishna and holy name of our Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, are they identical? The holy name of Krishna is holy name of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's name is Srila Prabhupada's name, pure devotee's name. Pure devotee is pure devotee. Krishna is Krishna. Krishna is Supreme Lord. Pure devotee is the devotee of God. So we should not mix up everything. We should not mix up everything. No. Guru is Guru, God is God. Though we offer respect to Guru as much as we respect God, but still Guru is not God. Guru is Guru, God is God. Another question here. For a beginner, what books of Srila Prabhupada would you suggest for reading? There are small books written by Prabhupada, Beyond Birth and Death, On the Way to Krishna, Krishna Consciousness, the Matchless Gift, Krishna Consciousness, the Topmost Yoga System. Like that, there are small books, about 40 pages, 50 pages, 60 pages, small books. Very nicely Prabhupada explains the basic fundamental understanding of Krishna consciousness. Next question. The verse says the soul is the master of the city of his body. However, purport says soul appears to be the master. Are both the same? No. When it says soul is the master of the city of his body, he thinks like that. He is under that conception or misconception. Either I think I am the body, or I think I am the master of my body. I control my body. But actually, it may feel like that. In reality, this body is made of what? It is made of matter. Matter is completely controlled by material nature. So, we don't have control over our body. It appears means it looks like I am controlling. Like when I want to lift my hand, I lift my hand. So that lifting the hand, we don't realize, is under certain conditions. Just like if the blood circulation to this hand is, for some reason it is stopped, I have no control over this hand. Or something happens in the nervous system, then I have no freedom to move this hand. So we can understand that actually no person has control over his body. Next question. One may be in full knowledge but still may not be able to discriminate between soul and super soul. Does such a person take shelter of a spiritual master through his books and instructions? Yes, we should take shelter of a spiritual master, and try to understand the truth about who we are, who is God, what are the similarities, what are the differences, what is the relationship, everything we cannot figure out on our own. It's never possible. We require to get enlightenment from a proper authority, proper source. Next question. What is meant by simultaneous identity and individuality? This was what I was trying to explain when I was speaking about a particular verse. Krishna is everything, in the sense that everything is Krishna's own energy. Krishna's energy. So Krishna's energy and Krishna, you cannot separate the two. Krishna is never without his energy. Energy cannot be independently existing without Krishna. So, person Krishna and his energy are always together. Always together. Cannot separate the two. So, in that sense, Krishna is everything. But, as person Krishna, he is apart from his energies. He is apart from all his energies. From everything else, Krishna is apart. So that individuality is the personality of Krishna as the controller, enjoyer, as the proprietor, as the master, as the supreme Lord. That is his individuality. And that's his unique position. Nobody else is equal to Krishna. Nobody else is greater than Krishna. Only Krishna is the supreme Lord, the ultimate control. Now, identity means actually Krishna's, everything belongs to Krishna, everything is Krishna's. In that sense, Krishna claims, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. Everything Krishna claims as he himself, non-different from him. Energy and energetic, simultaneously different and non-different. Because non-difference in the sense you cannot separate one from the other. One doesn't exist without the other. And different in the sense, just like the example is given, sunshine is coming inside your room through a window, let us say. Now, does it mean that sun is coming inside your room? No. If the sun were to come inside your room, the room would not remain. It would be completely burnt to ashes. But at the same time, this sunshine has no independent existence. Sunshine is nothing but the effulgence or the energy of the sun. So, sunshine is non-different from the sun. Sunshine is different from the sun. So, that is simultaneously true, and that can never be made entirely identical, nor can it be completely separated. Independently exist. No, it doesn't exist that way. When one surrenders to Lord, does the Lord favor that soul? If not, then what's the experiential difference in one who is in nescience and one who surrenders? Both are without safety against any trouble. Now, when somebody surrenders to the Lord, Lord favors means according to the surrender, the Lord reciprocates. It could be anybody. He has no preference against, for one person or against another person. No preferences like that. Krishna says everyone to surrender. For our own good, he is telling that. It's not for his sake. If we surrender, Krishna reciprocates by guiding us how we can actually reach his personal abode. That's where we belong. Otherwise, what is the difference between one who is in ignorance and one who's, because which doesn't surrender, and one who surrenders? One who surrenders actually has taken the step to actually go back to the spiritual world. That's a fact. One who's in ignorance is still engaged in a struggle in this material world, and the struggle continues. Till one actually surrenders to Krishna, the struggle continues. So there is a difference between one who surrenders and one who is not surrendered. Why is the Lord called flawless? For being without hate, attraction or hatred. Is he not attracted to his devotees? Now this attraction to Krishna's devotees is not attraction. Krishna is reciprocating according to one's surrender. That's all. Now without attraction or hatred means Krishna doesn't have any duality. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the 7th chapter, it is said, every living being, when he takes birth, he is born with the duality of likes and dislikes, attraction and hatred. Just like anybody you take, by birth itself, I like this, I don't like that. I like this, I don't like that. A whole list of likes and dislikes are always there. This is the conditioning from the past. But actually, nothing we have got to like in this world, nothing to dislike. We are spirit soul, we have nothing to do with matter. So this based on some conditioning, somebody says, I like this or I don't like that is meaningless. So flawless, without any flaw, because no duality, no likes, no dislikes. Next question. Is it true that at the time of death, whatever we think is destined? No, it's never destined. Thinking is you're exercising your free will. That's your thinking faculty that is given to you. Given to you means given to every person. The thinking faculty is there. So, what you think at the time of death is based on what all activities you have done. What all activities you have done. The reason we need to chant the holy name at all times, is it to avoid coming back to this material world? If we chant the holy name at the time of death, or remember Krishna at the time of death, or chant Krishna's name at the time of death, then our life is successful. But for that we have to make some preparation. It's not that all of a sudden, somehow, at that time, we will be able to chant. No. Scriptures say otherwise. That we are not able to chant properly at the time of death. So therefore, we should practice. And Krishna will actually help us if we have practiced nicely before death comes, chanting the holy name. Then Krishna will help us. Krishna will take care of us. What should be our prayer to Krishna? Should we pray for permanent position in Goloka? No, we should not pray for any thing other than please engage me in your service. Please engage me in your service. That should be our prayer. Simply by engaging Krishna's service, we become perfect, and Krishna will ensure that we go back to Him. Krishna wants us there, but we have to prepare. Right now we are not ready with all our attachments to this world and all kinds of material attachments. We are not ready. So we have to give up these. When we get attracted to Krishna, we automatically give up all other material attractions. These are insignificant. These are very, very easy to give up when we get attracted to Krishna. Could you please briefly describe the concept of Vishishtadvaita philosophy? Vishishtadvaita philosophy is the name given to the philosophy which was explained by Sri Ramanujacharya. There is qualified oneness with God of the living being. That means living being is spiritual by nature. God is also completely spiritual. But that oneness or the equality is only in terms of the nature. That's all. Quantitatively, we are not equal. Quantitatively, we are very, 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 very tiny. And the Supreme Lord is unlimitedly great. So the difference exists and the similarity also exists. Eternally it is like that. So that qualified oneness is explained by Sri Ramanujacharya as Vishishtadvaita philosophy. Because Shankaracharya explains Advaita. No difference between the living being and God. No difference. He says no difference. But the no difference has to be qualified. In all respects, followers of Shankaracharya think, in all respects, we are equal to God. So all the Vaishnava Acharyas explain, in all respects we are not equal to God. No. The difference exists. God is the supreme controller, we are always subordinate and controlled. Though both of us are spiritual by nature. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.